It is. So what do you call a mythical chocolate shake?
What?
Legendary.
We had Jude in April of 2020. Kate and I met in Austin, Texas, and that's where Jude was born.
He did seem a little more tense than a lot of babies. He had more spasticity in his muscles than you would normally expect in a newborn.
At 16 months, he had an MRI to see what was going on in his brain, and they diagnosed him with something called periventricular leukomalacia, which is essentially a brain injury that causes cerebral palsy. The resources just weren't what we were looking for. So we started doing our research on other areas that had resources for cerebral palsy and for kids with disabilities. UCP came up on my radar, and I went and toured the UCP Seminole facility and brought Jude with me. We met Tiffany, our PT. Tiffany took one look at him, and during her first assessment, I was just blown away because she was so intuitive.
I met Jude in July of 2022 when he started here at UCP. Because it's a neurological deficit, we have some days where he's a little bit looser and some days where he's a little bit tighter. We do a lot of standing balance with me helping him. We do a lot of stand-up squats. There's a big communication between mom and I constantly so that we can maintain that control of that spasticity where he doesn't come in each day being super tight and not ready for therapy.
We're working a lot on his bilateral coordination skills with his hands and arms so that he can cut with scissors, hold his paper with his other hand when he's writing and drawing, or like opening his lunchbox or other containers he has to open throughout the day.
Yay!
We were told he was going to walk. We've been working really, really hard for him to walk. He's been working even harder to walk. His therapy team has been working tremendously to help support him in those goals. He took his first steps in this living room 2 years ago, but as soon as he hit a growth spurt, his muscles tightened up and his feet just weren't supporting him in that walking endeavor. In May, he got up to 9 steps independently, all on his own. And just this past weekend, he was getting up to 13 steps on his own.
An IEP is developed for each student so that we work on their specific goals and we can show progress throughout their school year. It depends on whether they need academic goals or maybe independent functioning goals or motor goals, and we work on those in the classroom and our therapists collaborating with them and our school.
His journey is definitely not a straight line. It's been ups and downs and perseverance through a whole lot of challenges, and he's a fighter.
There are days that I come to work and I might not necessarily be feeling it, and I'll just see that smile on his face and he's like, let's go to the therapy gym and let's do our work.
We're just feeling a whole lot of hope and a whole lot of gratitude for his journey and a whole lot of thanks for all of the people involved in it.
He really has a solid foundation every day that he can go to and count on and get the services that he needs. And it really just allows us to take a sigh of relief as well, knowing that he's in good hands.
Without UCP, we wouldn't have this inclusivity and just community if we hadn't come here. So I think it's been a worthwhile move.
Mm-hmm.